So let's talk more about just the growth of Florida and the need to have leadership that will make Florida probably the center of the planet. I mean, there is an opportunity here, Byron, with New York collapsing, with LA becoming a massive slum, that Florida could, no exaggeration, Miami and South Florida especially, it could be what John Lennon would say, the center of the world, as New York once been. Now, I know you don't want all the same liberal nonsense, but talk about how you think you could get the crypto energy, the finance capital, all to migrate to Miami and to make that the new center of the planet.
Well, a couple things. First and foremost, a lot of this movement has already begun. And a large part of that is because of how Governor DeSantis managed COVID-19. You had people who had the ability to move and say, why would I continue to live in a state like New York where they take away your liberties, they don't allow you to do business, the regulations are out of control, and they look to Florida, they chose Florida. We were open and we were managing the state through COVID-19. And so they've already started that migration. I think as we deal with some of the digital asset stuff here on DC, on Capitol Hill, because digital assets is kind of become a hub in Miami already, what you can do is really focus Florida towards digital assets. I would like to see a crypto exchange in Florida. So that way you have a center hub of that. Because Miami is already an international hub for Central and South America, it allows more capital to flow to our state. And the last piece of that is, and as Donald Trump is successful with his economic agenda, you're going to see more onshoring and nearshoring of manufacturing. When I say nearshoring, you're talking about Central America, you're talking about South America. And so Miami becomes a natural hub for all of those things. I'll say the last piece of that is intentionality. I think if you have an intentional focus to make it the financial hub of the world, now you start looking at Chicago and New York and you're saying, why would you live under that tax regime, that regulatory regime, states that are not safe, when you can be in Florida where we're going to keep you safe? We're going to make sure that you have a super friendly business climate where you can grow your enterprises. And then you match that with a world-class university system, which Florida already has. Now you have the blueprints for your future workforce if you're a business owner or you're somebody in high finance. I think it's really a sweet spot for everything. To your question about what New York used to be, I would liken it a lot more to what California used to be. California used to be the golden state. It used to be the benchmark of the country. No longer. Florida is the benchmark. And if we focus our energies on bringing finance and the tech space to Florida, we will only continue to grow while maintaining the conservative principles that got us there.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.